Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another day of Marketport brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Tuesday, July 22nd, and today is the first day of this week for the big economic news releases. So Thursday will be the other. So we'll jump right into it. We have the Consumer Price Index for the month of June. So in May, we had a 0.4% jump up in the inflationary numbers, and forecast for the month of June is 0.3, and they came in expectations. But when you strip out the food and energy, which creates the volatility because it's wide fluctuations, and that's the number what the Fed looks at is the core between this one and the PCE, the personal consumption expenditure. So we had a 0.3% back in May, and the forecast for June was 0.2%, and it came in even below expectations. So good numbers there. This was important because we saw 2 months in a row where they're pretty large, that like the 0.3 and a 0.4 and stuff like that. So those were breaching the target level of the Fed. Of the 2% threshold where they like to be at. They like to be at 2%, but if we kept at that rate, we would very much easily exceed that and potentially draw interest rates rising interest rates or force the Fed to raise interest rates much quicker to fight off inflation. And that's what typically why the Fed raises interest rates, because the economy is going too good, and inflation to maintain it, to stabilize a little bit. So we also got the FHFA home price index for the month of May. So back in April, we had a 5.9% year-over-year growth. For the month of May, it came up to 5.5. So home prices are still going up. They're just not going up as rapidly as the year over year from last year, because remember, last year was kind of the turnaround in the market where people were kind of going out of control. Now it's stabilizing a little bit more. Home prices are still going up, but it's more in a stabilized environment, what we're seeing in most markets here. We got existing home sales for the month of June. So back in May, we had a 4.91 million. Forecast is supposed to go up to 5 million, and exceeded that a little bit by 5.04 million. So good news on the housing fronts here. So overall, good news on the economic data, from inflation being tame to housing numbers are still showing good, decent numbers. Stock market's up as a result of this. They're kind of putting the geopolitical concerns that they had yesterday kind of more on the back burner, as a lot of the European leaders are. Western countries are in Europe and Belgium discussing what they're going to do, perhaps with Russia, with the conflict that they're having between Ukraine. So they're kind of putting that in the tail burner. But they also got earnings reports, or some of them are doing pretty well as well. That's also kind of bringing the stock market up. So as a result, we had a little pullback on the bond market, as you can see, but it's not quite enough where it's going to be a pricing for the worst. I mean, pricing has worsened a little bit, but it's not going to be enough really to affect the interest rate to drive the interest rate lower as a result. Okay, I hope that makes clear. And tomorrow should be kind of a slower day. We'll have probably more of the geopolitical or earnings reports that will be affecting the market. So be prepared for volatility in that front. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll look forward to watching or seeing you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take care.